Hey everybody. Yeah, so that. Come on, y'all, jump on in. Invite a couple people on. Invite a couple people on, and then I want to share it with. I'm just gonna share it. Y'all, come on. Yeah. Share. Hey, Dr. Carlton, good to see you, sir. Give me 1 second. Trying to get this lighting right, y'all. It drives me nuts, but it's going to work. So let's go. For those of y'all who are jumping on, I'll get started about minute 2. Everything that we're going to discuss is up in the notes. This is a budgeting case study based on a couple in San Francisco. All right. Come on, jump in. I'm going to share it online. Give me a quick second. Page. Okay. All right, y'all, come on in. I'll get started in about 30 seconds. Come on in. Let me close my door. I'll get started in about 30 seconds. This is just jumped on. Good to see you, Doc. Good to see you, Doc. Other people have jumped on. All right, so I can't see who's jumped on, so we're just gonna run with it. Hey, once you all have jumped on, please say hey or something down in the comments so I know you're there. Also, don't forget you can get this online, and you can also tag people and all this other good stuff because it's time. Let's cover some stuff. So I want to do something different because I love budgeting. I love talking about money. We're gonna use a real case study. I'll do another one next Friday, I believe. I'm gonna do a real case study because sometimes people have never gone through budgeting. They've never learned how to master their money. They've never gone through the process of allocating where their money goes. Matter of fact, most people have never told their money what to do. So that's why I love getting the chance to go through what we're about to go through. So the context for what's going on, this family, this is the Rodriguez family. They live in San Francisco. And if anybody knows anything about San Francisco, huh, San Francisco is kind of expensive, number one. Number two, San Francisco is a place where there are some great jobs out there. And so the family's income used to be 154,000 a year. Um, the wife just had the baby, so of course she went on maternity leave, and their income went down to $116,000. Yeah. Okay. So the family income is 154K before taxes, and after taxes it is 116K. If you look in the upper area, it'll show you the breakdown of their income. So let's walk through it. For a 2-bedroom apartment, their rent is 3,500. They spend $2,800 on a nanny that they share. Their food budget is 850. They do 425 for rent. For health, they do 380 a month. For the sale, they claim 55 bucks. Listen, if you know where you can get a real sale for 55 bucks, please let a brother know, because I ain't never seen that. Okay. For renters insurance, they said 28 bucks. For transportation, they said 210. For utilities, they said 100. For clothes, they said 500 a month. For the baby, they said 400 a month. For yoga and fitness and health and wellness, that kind of stuff, 300 a month. Camping, 225 a month. And for dental and eye coverage, they said 167 a month. So my first question is, does anyone see some things right or wrong with this? So my first question is just put it in the chat. Does anybody see something right or wrong with this budget? Does anybody see something right or wrong with this budget? Hey, Dr. Carlton, good to see you, brother. What do you see right or wrong in this budget? I see a couple things right. I love the fact that just about everything is listed. And one of the biggest things that people mess up when it comes to budgeting is they don't put everything on paper. Say it again. They don't put everything on paper. So I put that. Hey, Dr. Carlton, what do you mean too many like to haves? You said too many like to haves. Too many like to haves. Let's go back over their budget. They've got rent, child care, food, retirement, health, the cell phone, the centers, the transportation, utilities. So, Dr. Carlton, what do you mean too many like to haves? Hey, brother Tavares, good to see you, the brother. Hamza, good to see you, brother. Hey, Alton. Antonzio, good to see you, brother. Real estate guru. Hey, Waukesha, good to see you, grandbaby. Come on, talk to me, y'all. Dr. Carlton said too many like to haves in their budget. Give me an example of a like to have. Ellie is my girl. Ellie is my girl. She said, and I quote, camping, yoga, gotta go. Well, I spending $500 on clothes every. Yes. So I said that something I like that I've seen in their budgets, they have everything listed. Ellie said that the clothing and the yoga gotta go. Now, Ellie, I ask you a question. Does the yoga have to go all together? Does the camping have to go all together? Do the clothes have to go all together? And Tanzio said, is baby and child care different? Yes. Yes, the answer is yes. Why? Child nanny, baby is regular child expenses. Anybody who has a child or has watched a child, you know that baby is just gonna do expenses. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's just stuff just comes out of the woodwork. You know, the baby needs new clothes, the baby teething rings, the baby needs new bottles, the baby needs that stuff is going to come up. That's a great question, Antonzio. Ellie said, how many people are in the family? There are three. There are three people. Three people in the family. You've got the mom, the dad, and the new baby, the new infant. We can assume that the infant is about 5 or 6 months old. And these are the expenses because the mom has gone back to work. Great questions, great questions, great questions. I'm gonna stir the pot in just a minute. I promise you, I'm gonna stir the pot in just a minute. Any other thing that you see right or wrong? I said I like the fact that the budget has just about everything in it. Ellie said the yoga's gotta go, the camping's gotta go, the clothing, the $500 on clothing. Okay, good. What else do you see? I have a problem. Let me back up. Because it's San Francisco, so to take a quick story as you all put your questions in. I had a teacher recruiter ask me about teaching in San Francisco. And I said, okay, fine. I think about it. I'll look at it. And so I went online to find out what cost. I went online to find out what it would cost to get an apartment in Oakland, not in San Francisco, in Oakland. Oh, let me back up some more. This case study is about 2 years old. So I looked at, hold on, let me respond. All right. So Antonio said they need to, their rent is crazy. It's $3,500 a month. Remember, this is San Francisco. Remember, this is San Francisco. But truth be told, here in Atlanta, you've got people who spend $2,600 a month. You've got people spending $2,600 to live in downtown Atlanta. So, yeah, that's crazy, but it's not as crazy as a lot of people think. You're right, Antonio. I wish they could buy, but a lot of times they can't afford to buy in San Francisco. Great questions. Ellie said that retirement doesn't have to be that much. Well, again, Ellie, they're in San Francisco, and at $45 a month, that is only $5,100. So if they do that for 20 years, that's not a lot. So all right, so I just put it in for Ellie. I just put it for Ellie. She said that the retirement could change. Remember, retirement in San Francisco, that's only $5,000 a year, and if they do that for 20 years at the same pace, they'll have $100,000 after 20 years. Great questions. Great questions. Dr. Carlton said, and I quote, "But that income is crazy. Housing is easy 40% of the income." Antonio, get out of my head. I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. Actually, no. Let me go here. Since he brought it up, let me just go here. All right. So Antonio, we give some background on Antonio. He is a realtor, and he said exactly what I said. And most people won't want to talk about this. Most people won't want to hear this. But I believe in that this move. Because at $96.75 a month, yes, they're over their budget, number one, but childcare and food are $7,000 out of $96.75. So 74. I'm going to put this in the chat. All right, so Antonio said they need to move. Yes, I agree. They need to move. However, if they can get rid of $2,800 a month for childcare, then there might be some other options. So here's my question. Let's deal with the $2,800 a month. All right, so listen. Ellie said that they are living above their means. Yes, they are. They really are. And so many people are doing the exact same thing. It doesn't matter if the income is $9,600 a month, $400 a month, or even $3,000 a month. For you to spend 74% of your income on rent, childcare, and food, yes, that is a problem. 74% of your income is a problem for not making enough money. So, for example, if I only made $3,000 a month and I spent 74% of my income to live, that would be $2,200 a month just for rent, childcare, and food. At $3,000 a month, that's roughly $750 a week after taxes. And here is one of the reasons that people struggle, is because at the higher incomes, they live like the lower income. See, when I was working at Walmart and I made $9.50 per hour, yes, I had no choice but to spend about 75% of my income just for rent, food, and basic utilities. That was fine. But the challenge is so many people are doing what this family is doing. really small family is doing, that they're still living like they make no money. At the higher income brackets, you should not spend 74% of your budget for rent, childcare, and food. What's missing in the rent, childcare, and food equation? For most of us, it's called transportation. All right, let me look at these other comments that y'all got coming in. Yes, 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 yes. Ellie said, I quote, she says, hey, I'm at 55K and my monthly mortgage is 441. Yes, 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 yes. When I had my home, my mortgage was between $800 and $900 a month. And that was a bigger house. It was just me. But yes, Ellie's right. It's crazy that people spend so much money on a home. Ellie suggested they shop around for an IRA. Ellie suggested that they will cover the 529 kid. That's definitely an option. And I hope you all are looking, because so many times people just don't know what to do. But I am still with Antonzio. They need to move. Now, either they need to move, or wife needs to go back to work to validate that $2,800 a month for the nanny, and her income needs to get the family an extra $4,000 or $5,000 a month. But even still, if they were at let's say this family was at $15,000 a year, $7,400. What was the amount? Hold on. Let me add this up again. 35 plus 2,800 plus 850. Yes. So if she got them an extra, $5,000 a month, about $5,000 a month salary, which is $60 a year after taxes, then they would spend 47% of their income on the same thing. So would that help? Yes. But I'm sorry to say that I think that the best thing that they can do is move. I don't see any other way to keep this up. And in the story, they were really talking about, oh my God, it's really tight. Hell yeah, it's tight, because y'all are trying to live. Let me back up. This is what they said in the article verbatim. San Francisco is an expensive city. We actively choose to be here. So it's not like they're there because, that's where they grew up. It's not like they're there because mom is sick, they're taking care of elderly parents, something like that. No, they're there because they want to be. Imagine what would happen for them if they moved to a smaller city or to another large metropolitan area like Dallas, Atlanta, Charlotte. That same income, even if it went down by 15%, maybe 20%, their expenses would go down by half. All right? Ellie's showing off, y'all. She's showing off. She said, I bought this house when it was only $23,000. Yes, you can do some different things for a house. It may not apply verbatim to San Francisco, but just get the idea. You can buy a house, a smaller house that's got pretty decent bones, refurbish it, add on to whatever you need to do, and you still can come out better than if you did the $300,000-$400,000 house straight out. Another conversation. Let's see what else y'all are saying. Too many like to have. Yep. They need to move. Yes. No, they were not janitors. Carlton, great question. No, they are not janitors. Let me go back to that real quick. She was a program manager for a healthcare intervention program, and David is a director at a charter school, and they're in their mid-30s. So again, no excuse. Yeah, no excuse. Hold on. Okay. Dr. Carlton said, it's just them in San Francisco, no granny, no auntie. You got a point. I would love to see them find an or older set of ladies that they could do that. Because if they had 5 families, $1,500 a month, they still would make somewhat decent money. Some other options. Ellie said $2,800. That's average for childcare. So wait, $700 per week is average. Ellie just said that $7 a week is average for childcare. Now, what I've seen, It's about $200, maybe $250 a week. I've never seen $700 a week. So please, Ellie, come on back and explain that to us. I'm still going through comments, y'all. It keeps moving. Uh-oh. Ellie get in trouble. Ellie's about to get in trouble. Ellie said, there are people in Atlanta living this same travesty for appearances. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Unfortunately, it is true. You got people in Atlanta making $4,000 a month, and they're spending $3,900 just on their apartment, just on their car, and just on, some other basics, and they're struggling. Sometimes you got to take the hard answer. You got to take the horse, swallow it, and you need to move. I just can't get away from that. Waukesha said, $700 a week? Yes, that's what it is. Carlton says, as a tax preparer, he's seeing $700 a week. That's crazy. $700 a week. And watch this. And here is one of the things that I walk my clients through. You have got to literally look at your money, where you are, not where you're going to be in 5 years from now, where you are, and you've got to make these challenging decisions. I know it's not easy. I know it doesn't even feel fair sometimes, but you've got to make the decision, because that definitely makes sure that you are in a place where you're not stressed. Because can you imagine the stress this dad is under? Can you imagine the stress that this mom is under? Because their income is $96.75, but they're spending $99.75. So they're $300 in the hole every month. All right, and let's go back to this to their expenses really quick. I don't know any family that has a cell phone for the 2 adults for $55 a month. I think that's a lie. I'm looking at the utilities. They said the utilities are $100 a month, 100. I think that's high. I live in Conyers, and my utilities are more than $100 per month. Okay? Right. They also said that transportation is only $210 a month. I think that's a lie. And then they said renter's insurance is $28. I think that's a lie too. All right? That's just my personal thing. Yes. Dr. Carlton said really good. He said he's looking to move further out. Listen, the whole reason I stay outside the city of Atlanta now is because I need to make sure that I keep as much of these triple-digit costs down as I can, because it's crazy. Like, I see people literally where their income is going so much to the inflation crap. She said T-Mobile is $5,500, right, but not 2 lines. All right. Any other questions? I'm ready to jump off, y'all. Y'all know I've tried my best to not stay on here long. Listen, I hope y'all have enjoyed. Anybody have any final questions? I hope this has been really good. Let me back up for a second. They said $800 a month. Let me put this in the thing. These are the budget lies I think they're telling. I don't think that I don't think that the family sale budget is $55. I don't. I don't believe that utilities are $100. I don't believe that renter's insurance is $28. I just did a renter's quote yesterday here in Atlanta, and it was a little more than $28. So I just don't believe that's the case. Y'all pray for me. I just don't believe those things are exactly right. Y'all go for it. Tell me what you think. Yep. Ellie, I'm with you. Ellie, I'm so with you. Ellie said, my Georgia power bill is $90 a month for her 3-bedroom house. The gas bill is about $90 a month. Again, I don't see how they in California are spending $100 a month on all of their utilities. That's just no water, trash, gas. They're in an apartment. So they still probably have gas and electric and water. And those three things alone for a family of three with a newborn baby are going to be more than $100. So, hey, thank y'all for jumping on. I hope that this has been wonderful for you. I hope this has been wonderful. Please do me the favor. Number one, tag other people and share this with other people. Number two, please back and take some of these same comments that were made and look back at what your financial plan is saying. Because so many times, number one, we have not put everything on paper. And number two, we don't know what the real number is. So please go back, look at the information. I want to take this information for you. And if you want somebody to help you to do this, because I have no emotions attached to your household, I just play with the numbers. We do the numbers say and make changes based upon the numbers. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email, send me a Facebook message on my personal page or the business page. It doesn't matter. Let me make sure that we got our money together, because it doesn't have to be this way. Ellie said, but that apartment is probably small. No, ma'am. Not at $3,500 a month. From what I saw about Cali, that price would probably get you about a 12 square foot apartment, which is okay. It might be 900, but it's not as small as the New York's. New York apartments, when they're Cracker Jack boxes, they're 500 feet. And matter of fact, in LA, I just saw a video where this lady was in a one-bedroom apartment for $1,100 a month. This was 2 weeks ago, and her apartment was 500 square feet. So I still can't see them at $3,500 a month being in a little itty bitty cracker box. Another conversation. We'll come back to it. I put that in the side. All right. Any other questions, y'all, before we jump off? Ellie, it's funny talking about the Cracker Jack box. Yeah, I know I got to get off here. At all. Grandbaby, those do not sound realistic like with you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? We want to get off. Want to get off. Want to get off. And again, please go back through your own budgets. Please go back through your own financial plan and do what we've been doing with this. That means you first know your numbers. Write it all down. And then number three, make adjustments. Budgeting does not have to be hard. Number one, know your numbers. Number two, write it all down. And number three, simply make adjustments. And listen, if you value having space for your family, you're going to pay more for a house or a larger apartment. If you value being next door to all of the live stuff when we're not under coronavirus, then you're going to spend more money. So make adjustments based upon your values. All right. Thank y'all so much for jumping on. Appreciate it. It has been fun. It has been good. And I hope that you have been made better. Just remember that when life seems to be pretty good, a better life is always best. Blessings to you, and we will talk soon. Yes, Waikisha. She made a great point. Net numbers. No growth. So listen, if your salary is $60,000 a year, that's $5,000 a month before taxes. Please do not use the $5,000 a month for your budget. You need to use what's in your hand. So if the gross is $5,000 a month, but what hits your hand is $3,500 taxes, benefits, 401k, blah blah blah, then your budget needs to be built off of the $3,500. If you make $10 grand a month before taxes, your budget needs to be built off of what's in your hand, what hits your hand, not what they say on paper. That's a whole nother conversation, because I'll teach you one day how to have people get in trouble with gross versus net. All right? Any other questions before we jump off? We're going to jump off. Jumping off. Jumping off. Jumping off. Jumping off. Jumping off. Jumping off. All right. Thanks again, y'all, for jumping on. We'll be back next Friday with another case study. But I will do it through Zoom so that we can talk and interact well. And if you want to be on that, I'll set up I'll set it up so that way you can get that link and join us. It's going to be wonderful, I promise you. Just remember, again, that when life seems to be pretty good, a better life is always best. Blessings to you. Waukesha, you're welcome. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.